first one is how to decide on what instructional you're going to use, right? Like if you're looking at like I was talking to one of my white belt students about this just recently. He was like, hey, how do I decide which instructional to get? And because I know his game, I could help him out a little bit more than you guys. But again, you can start asking yourself these questions, right? This is what I did also as a white belt. Here's a couple simple questions to ask yourself. One, what positions are you already getting to? It's a good thing to start with because you got to think about it this way. It's going to be easier to add on to the structure that's already in place, right? If we have a game that, is over here and then all of a sudden we're now going into a position that we have absolutely no experience with and no part of our game connects with it, that's going to be very difficult. So for instance, let's say that you only know how to play full guard, right? But then you're watching this instructional on how to play reverse daily heave and invert and stuff like that. That's going to be a big disconnection from those two positions. They're not related. They're like there's a lot of little steps that you would have to have in between. Now, if you're already playing a lot of daily heave and you're like, so let's play reverse daily, but fine, easy adjustment. It connects to it very easily. Or you could say, you know what? I find myself getting to mount, back mount, side control, whatever position it is, but man, I can't finish anyone, right? This is something that happened to me when I was a white belt. Basically, I could take people down, I could pass their guard, and I could get to side control. But once I got to side control, couldn't finish anyone. Mm-hmm. And so when I got my DVD, the first DVD that I pulled out of that disc set, I've still got them around here somewhere in my office, is the side control disc. And I got it and I found some techniques that worked perfect for me. One of them was the Kimura. I found a really good setup to the Kimura. I've been using it ever since. I've made some adjustments over the years. But again, I use that. Now, the other question that I think could be really useful to ask yourself is, well, what's not working for me? Where am I having trouble? Right? Which again, is kind of, you're finding yourself in that position already, right? Or you're having trouble with that position already, but it's now on the defensive side of things, right? You're having it done to you. So maybe you got to work on your defense, your escapes, you're getting smashed or whatever it is. Well, then that's the position you got to go to. And so again, that's a really simple way to start. And these are, by the way, let me pull back just a little bit. When I'm sharing these strategies with you, I'm sharing these strategies with the idea that you're not running your class, that you have no control over the curriculum of your gym, and that you're going to have to do this either with a partner or with very little instruction from your coaches. Okay. This way, again, this is how you would go through this process. Because again, if your coach can take you through different ways to get to these positions, that's great. Because obviously they could get you to reverse De La Hiva or whatever position you want to play. But if not, then we're going to have to, connect the dots a little bit, because you want your game to sort of essentially look like a flow chart. We go from this position to this position to this position. It all connects. And again, if it doesn't connect, then it's going to be very difficult for you to develop that game if your coach is not allowing you to have like very specific situational rounds, things like that. But the first two questions I would ask yourself with an instructional, if you're going to use one, is one, where am I getting to that I would like to make better? Or where am I getting to that I'm having trouble, right? And again, if you do want to add a new position, that's fine, but it needs to be very easily able to connect to what you have already in the positions.